Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with the final Scourge running here for respectively death and earning the Archangel Shards. So in case you guys haven't heard, this is the last time we are doing this event in this format, in the way of the leaderboards, how the ranked rewards are getting distributed. Who knows what this is going to have, how this is going to change in terms of the shard payout. Hopefully it maintains the same, but maybe perhaps they're just switching the inner functionings of the Scourge itself. But we're not going to be here to speculate. I want to show you guys, the teams and synergies I've utilized to best maximize points, especially if you guys are seeing this event for the first or second time and you want to maximize as much shards as possible. So having said that, guys, keep in mind too, if you've already gotten a 7 yellow of Archangel, there is a separate milestone here that you can do, and that's the one I've been aiming for in terms of getting the points. So I want to showcase for you guys the Scourges I use, but ideally for me, I stopped right before no 10, so that way I can show you all the attempts here, so that way the team synergies are clear and you can see which team I used, basically to min-max and unlock the milestone 18 here, being 1.5 million points. So I also believe in order to get on this ranking here, guys, I don't have it anymore as I'm max stars, but I think you do actually have to hit a minimum of 100k points, so that way you can actually get the rank rewards. So keep that in mind. If you're doing this for the first time, make sure you're at least doing that to get the rank rewards to be part of that leaderboard payout. Having said that, guys, like I said, 1.25 million with the last node remaining. Actually very, very smooth. I want to show for you guys which Scourges I used, as well as the team synergies as I gone through each node. I definitely think out of the 4 Scourges, this has got to be either the least difficult or second least difficult, just because a lot of folks were pretty rattled in the sense that the first 2 nodes needed minions. But to be quite honest, once you activate these Scourges, it's super straightforward. You can basically auto the node. So allow me to show you guys what I inputted here. So in order to hit the 1.5 million points for myself, I found that you only needed about 85 Scourge points total. Where did that come from? Well, first and foremost, make sure you guys have the 3 minion related Scourges that give you huge benefits for the minions. So you can see here we have Undead Swarm, so on spawn minions are going to gain revive once. We got the minions flipping negative effects for Rise Anew, and as well we also have this butterfly effect one where fortified characters using the ultimate does spread positives to the character. So I found this one was huge because it gave a lot of points, and whether you use the fortifier or not, it doesn't matter. It gives you a boatload of points. I mean, if you do, it's great because that just spreads a lot of buffs with the ultimate. We also utilize this non-minion player character healing reduced by 20%, and as well on an enemy healer death, all enemies gain regen, which I didn't find that difficult. So to be quite honest, for difficulty 8, it took me almost no time to get through these nodes, just keeping it slim and like min-max the 1.5 million points. But for sure, you can always add more points and add more Scourges to increase this. But I think this is as smooth as it gets, and ideally, if you guys are doing the same ones here, I think you're gonna have a very smooth time. Adjust accordingly if you want to push your points as high as possible. For myself, I just wanted to hit the minimum points. So having said that, honestly, it's been proven already that there's pretty much only one really good team that you can utilize, but there are options if you built up Kree and so forth. But this is hands down the best team. The 3 Ravagers with Merc Lieutenant and Merc Riot Guard, the synergy they have with Ravagers is unbelievable. Put this team in and hit auto, and you're going to be able to get the job done. As you can see, even difficulty 8, my guys weren't even built up that high, and they had absolutely no difficulties, no issues. I think most of these Ravagers were only level 75, 70, yeah, not even 80, and you can see they were just less than around that 100k mark and making short work of these nodes. Nodes 1, no complaints there. We followed that with nodes 2, a little bit tankier than what I imagined, but I mean, either way, still got the job done. Again, with this node, you can also auto, so I just found that with this experience, these 2 nodes, you should have no issues with minions. So as long as you make sure those Scourges I showed you were activated, they're gonna have a smooth time. Next up, mission 3. So this is where it gets interesting a little bit in terms of the heroes that you can utilize. So for this one myself, I like using a mix of some of the most powerful characters that are accessible as well in the game. So most folks should have Spire Weaver from previously before when she was actually released fully to the public. With Shang-Chi has been a strong recurring character in my previous Scourges. We got the power of the Eternals, both Icarus and Cersei. It's without a doubt, they're just so powerful. They can coast through these nodes. And then we have Rogue just providing a little bit of cushion. I love the fact that she can taunt and just have those boatloads of positive buffs, take away damage from our main damage healers. But even with this one, guys, I pretty much autoed the node as well. Keep in mind too, my guys are pretty strong here, especially that Spider Weaver. But overall, even if you have lower difficulty team, you should not have any issue. This is a very strong 5-character team dynamic. Similar story here with mission 4, exactly the same, guys. So these are the best, some of the best characters in the game, obviously for heroes, but as well, keep in mind too, this is the one where if you are feeling a little bit nervous about node 5, you know, nodes 5, nodes 10 needing Bionic Avengers or Wakandans, you could potentially slot in one of the Bionic Avengers or Wakandans in nodes 4, so that way you can build up energy. I don't think you do though. I'll link my videos in the description below, the full gameplay walkthrough of how I did that. You basically only need Bionic Avengers and Shuri, and you should be able to get the job done. So I'll put that below though, guys, if you are having issues with that node. I did make a video before on it, and then I can outline that strategy in more detail there. Having said that, I kind of gave it away, but Bionic Avengers with Shuri is one and done here. And again, you can get a sense of my power team level. I had no issues. These guys basically end the node with full energy, full HP, ready to go for nodes 10. And this is how you can do it, right? You don't need both teams. You don't even need a sack. You actually just need to be able to wave manage pretty strategically. But I do, again, like I said, I've done that in a video before. So if you guys are interested in how I did that, that's going to be available down below. So no issues there. Mission 5, they're pretty much ready for mission 10, full energy, ready to go. Next up, mission 6. So non-legendary mutants, I decided to switch things up here. Last time I did use a full unlimited X-Men, and in place of Nemesis, I actually used Beast to provide the cleanse, but I wanted to switch things up because my Nemesis was getting built up, and we know Nemesis is going to be one of the characters that's featured for the Energized campaign that's coming up for Miss Marvel Hard Light. So I just wanted to, you know, take advantage of the value already built out with him. This worked out pretty good. I feel like, you know, he's a good slotting character for Beast, but if you wanted more sustainability, Beast is still a strong option if you just wanted to have him in place. But this for sure is a good team. I find that this team is stronger all-rounded compared to a Death Seed, just because we don't have Archangel. So non-legendary mutants does make it interesting, but Nemesis or Beast is a good substitute here. And then I decided to even switch things up even more in the next node because I wanted to see if Emma Frost could play a difference. Yeah, she's good as well. You know, she's got a cleanse. Like I said, Nemesis, Beast, Emma Frost, they're pretty much interchangeable. Make sure you have that core of Dazzler, Sunfire, and Gambit. For mission 7, the only prep work I did with this one is the fact that I did have both Gambit and Sunfire's ultimates not used in node 6. So make sure you guys, if you're having issues, node 6, save their abilities. For node 7, you can just burst down that initial wave, so that way Captain Sam is not going to get the synergy with his fellow Secret Avengers and Sharon Carter and Maria Hill. That is a problem point in this node for sure. Missions 8 and Missions 9 correspond directly with the legendary characters being available. So I think this is hit or miss for some folks because we do get access to some of the most powerful characters in the game. And like I said, if you have them available, I tried to be as conservative as I can, but I gotta say, if you have Horseman characters, they're without a doubt going to be the difference maker. Omega Red's a really strong you know, pseudo horseman character, just because he does a lot of things that's really good, even for the power creep. His ability controlling, being able to manage the waves is still really good, and he can still inflict trauma, which is awesome. But I found the MVP for missions 8, missions 9, definitely Morgan Le Fay, Red Hulk being able to turn rewind, and I did save Red Hulk's ultimate for missions 8. Make sure you're able to build up his energy, don't use his ability. Rogue is fine as is. Shuri was just good for defensive capabilities, energy granting, defense up, healing, and if needed, right? And then missions 9 is probably the harder one in terms of mission difficulty, just because we are up against a pretty powerful Spider Weaver at the very end. So make sure you guys are using some of the most devastating ultimates on missions 9. But again, like I said, this 5-team duel did get the job done, and you can go beyond that. You can obviously use other characters like such as Nova and so forth, but I want to use some pretty accessible characters, as I think most folks should have Morgan Le Fay, Red Hulk, and Rogue available. Omega Red and Shuri are really great additions in the game. So last but not least, with the Bionic Avengers, you can use both of them, the full team actually, to finish up mission 10 here, or you can actually again slot in Shuri. I found that the full Bionic Avengers can get the job done, or even if you had Wakandans left over, they can go in as a sack team. But generally, I've had no issues as well one-shotting this last node with the Bionic Avengers. So there you guys have it. That's how I was able to accomplish the 1.5 million points for my Scourge. I hope this video helps you guys in the final Scourge running. Let me know what you guys think in comments below. And like I said, I'll link my previous videos below if you guys want to see the gameplay. That way it's going to help you navigate the attack order. Thank you as always. Best of luck with your guys' event, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.